Watch that you have.
Right? What watch is that?
Yours is different.
Is it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yours looks new.
I think he did give me a new one. Now that I think about it, he just be doing all kinds of things.
That's a good husband.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Mine still ain't got me a phone, and I've been begging. Like a little, Felicia the crackhead.
You have not been begging.
Crackhead Felicia, I have. I've been every week. I need a phone. My phone sure is cracked.
But then he said that you
don't believe.
You aren't on the same cycle. You're not on the same phone.
It doesn't matter. We said we were going to get back on the same one so we could be on one accord.
I like the way our shirt. I like the way we accessorize our shirts.
Look at us.
Because mine is a.
I know. I wish.
Cut it off.
Well, I'm hot. I wish I would have been that now.
Mm.
Look at us looking like happy wives in our I do.
I'm about to push. Oh, you ready? Do you have to turn it this way?
I don't know. It was something.
Because I feel like your back is to me. Do I need to turn too? Then we're gonna be.
I'm gonna just have to put my laptop on the lap.
Oh, because you're trying to get around over there. I can.
It's okay.
Okay.
Wait, so do you want me to take notes on here or write my notes? Notes for the quotes. Notes for the quotes. Hey, with a note for the quote. Note for the quote. Hey, hey.
Is it gonna get locked in your book? Locked in your book?
I'll take notes here.
Okay.
As long as no one cares that I'm click-clacking.
Yeah, and some people who are actually watching will know that that's what's happening.
Anyway, yeah.
And if they're listening, then there's forgiveness. All right, so we're gonna go. We're about to push record. Should we keep this going the whole time? Then we'll know how long it is. And we can go on here too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do it. I'm loving the camera because it's so pretty.
It is. And we're back.
You see how harmonious on the back. I'm so happy we're back.
Good job.
Thank you. I'm so happy. So
hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm so ready to go straight into our exciting news.
We have some good news. We had summer break. Now we're back.
Summer break, school started back. We are on
fall break.
Fall break. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's like we're a whole new show or something. It's been so long.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. So summer, there's a lot of reflecting that we were able to do.
Yeah.
And fall, there was a lot of reflecting that we got to do.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we were still planning our marriage retreat and everything that goes along with it. And then, lo and behold, an idea came. And it's not even a new idea.
It's not.
No.
It's not at all a new idea.
Okay, so what we're talking about is, do you want to go ahead and unveil?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so as you know, in our former podcast episodes, we talked about a plethora of things. We talked about our teaching experiences throughout our entire career of teaching. We talked about our kids. We talked about traveling. We talked about our marriages. We talked about self-care.
And our friendships.
And our friendships, for sure. But with all of those things, we found that what we're super duper passionate about, and it just, I don't know, it fills our heart up to be able to sow into other people's lives through talking about marriages. So we are pleased to announce that that Sweet Tea and Sunshine, the podcast, will now be primarily marriage focused. Yeah. And the crowd went wild.
Okay, so I know, yes, because we are married, it's marriage focused, but I also feel like it could be for people who want to get married.
Absolutely.
Also. So we're not doing hot girl summer things like
right.
before.
So silly.
We've decided to settle down and really hone in on the things that really are keeping us, who we are.
Right.
And I know that we talked about our kids a lot, and we still will. I mean, you can't get away from that at this point in our lives.
No
but
way.
Like, eventually the kids are going to grow up, and eventually our lives will still be changing. But I believe that the one thing that would be constant as far as our lives that we can control is our marriages.
Yes.
And looking at our parents. That's just kind of we have great examples around us. We have like a lot of information to share, and we have just a lot of experience as well. So that's a passion of mine and my husband's, and also you and your husband.
Absolutely. We do understand that as married couples, we are to be an example to other married couples. Like, that's one of our responsibilities to, to continue to, not trying to say be the light, but like seriously, like be an example,
right,
of Christ's love for the church. So like we took it on very early on in our marriage as a responsibility. So, through the various things that we've been a part of, whether it was our small groups at church or mentoring new couples, the marriage retreat that now we both lead.
We finished our second year.
Yes, and it was even better than the first year.
Yes.
So like, it's just been so many different confirmations. And in all transparency, if we really truly went back to our original conversation about starting a podcast, Seth and I were cruising down at downtown Atlanta by the old Turner Field. I remember it like it was yesterday. And we were just going back and forth about, wow, because we were so excited to have each other to talk to.
Right.
And with transparency, and to keep each other built up and lifted up in our marriages. And we were like, whoa, some people don't have this. There's some wife somewhere who does not have a close-knit group of girlfriends or wives that she can truly be transparent with, truly trust, truly talk about things without a judgmental audience.
Right. And so we are kind of inviting you all into some of our most, not so happy and not so exciting times. But like, I really do think that we have different testimonies and different things, even daily things that people are going through and probably can relate, because there's only so many tricks that are thrown at us, that we have friends and ourselves and lots of other people around us who actually can weigh in on a lot of these things as well.
Yeah.
Now, the teacher part is never going to go away. Like, we are teachers at heart. And so the way that we'll teach probably is going to be through marriage issues and solutions that we've researched. Like, that's all a teacher can do, is gather information and deliver it in a way that people can actually understand.
Yeah.
So that's our job. Like, that's
what we do.
We're gifted at that. So no, not experts, but definitely experts at teaching.
Right.
And remember we started the podcast saying it would be cool to have people just throw topics at us, and then we just teach it, like, regardless of the subject, regardless of whatever, like, being able to deliver information. That's kind of just the gift. So
absolutely.
So we are highly capable of finding information, and if it's relevant to our lives or relevant to something that we've gone through with other people and our experiences and with other married couples, then we'll share it with you guys, and hopefully give some solutions or some tips. And yeah.
So I was sharing about our marriage retreat to an engaged gentleman. It wasn't a couple, because it was only the guy, the fiance. He was. We were at a training together, and this is just piggybacking on what you were saying about it does not have to be for people who are married, because his first words when I told him about the marriage retreat and some of the topics that we discussed, he said, oh wow, like you guys need to open this up to single people or people who are thinking about getting married, because we always say, had we known, or if someone would have expounded upon, you just got to make sure you communicate, because everybody loves saying that one, right? So if we would have had somebody to kind of give us some examples of what that looks like and how you do that, you know, we would have been able to go in more mentally prepared for the work that comes along with marriage.
And don't worry, we also will still be friend fixing. So we enjoy our single friends, we enjoy our married friends, and we enjoy like that part of our lives. So I think that part is definitely not going to go away.
Yeah, we have an ugly sweater party coming up, and all are invited.
And everyone can come. And then, I mean, maybe we can like invite some single guys and some single girls.
It would be so cool. Like, that's kind of what I have in my mind, because I know we both have some very eligible bachelorettes up in our lives.
We do.
So, yeah.
So that'll be fun.
It is. So, what we're trying to say is we are so excited about this pivot. And it is definitely a platform.
Is it a pivot or is it a boomerang?
Girl, we're going to talk about these boomerangs, honey. Woo! Honestly, it really is a boomerang.
Kind of a boomerang.
Oh my gosh. I love it. So that's going to be one of our new phrases.
Yay! Like this. Boomerang.
Don't hit you in the face. That was it. That was hitting me in my face.
Why do we have video? This is not going to be good.
I love it.
Oh, Lord. We are here trying to entertain ourselves on this video when we're really supposed to be the voice for your car, for your cleaning AirPods.
Exercising.
Oh my gosh, the AirPods. Did you get them? Okay.
Are we going to talk about this?
No, later.
Okay, so we will have...
same old
We're
tricks.
just over here happy wiping it up. Okay, so we're going to have 3 different segments.
We think, yes.
We're starting off with 3, and we will add as we need to. One is going to be lovers and friends. Tell us about that one, Sharifa.
So lovers and friends. So basically, I think that's like in our marriages, we want to be friends with them, or at least like them.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. But we also know that there's marriage issues that are specific to wives and to husbands. And so we want to be able to kind of dive into some of those things. We probably will add some frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
It's a game. Not really a game though, but literally it's an activity that we do at different events where people ask questions that anonymous questions that they would not ask normally. Or
they may not even feel comfortable enough to ask them. So again, that's that whole being able to be transparent, putting it out there, and seeking advice on different topics.
Right. And so we answer to our best of ability. It's almost like a Dear John type letter, but it really is just like one question, and we get to it, and you pick through. You have 2 minutes to actually answer it. And so we have a lot of those questions left over from retreats, and people always ask, like, what do you guys do with the leftover questions? Well, guess what? Y'all are about to enjoy some of these questions that real live married couples have asked in person with us. We're never going to give the names of the people who asked it because we don't even know.
We don't.
But
you don't put your name on it.
It's very enlightening, and it gives us a pulse on kind of what's going on out here in people's marriages. And we try to figure out ways to help, or at least answers in our own opinions.
Yes.
So that will be a part of Lovers and Friends as well.
And we also have a segment called Happy Wife.
Woo!
That's us. Happy wives.
Most of the time.
Most, we don't say all. We like to be transparent, remember?
Right. So the idea of being a happy wife, we love, and there's a lot of things that go into making wives happy. It can be self-care. It can be just beauty. It can be fashion tips. It can be health, taking care of yourself, exercise. Like there's a lot of different things that we can do for ourselves, and also tips for husbands on how to make your wives happy. Like, for instance, my husband keeps buying me new electronics.
That is so nice. That's a great way to keep a happy wife.
I like it. I didn't request it, so that makes it even better. So it's not like I'm like,
so
give me.
I feel like you just kind of took a jab at me because I have been begging for a new cell phone.
I don't like to get a new cell phone because then all the passwords and everything, all the things that go along with it, I just like to keep it. And so he's like, it's time. And I get happy when I finally get it all settled in and everything matches and, you know, all that stuff. But it's a to-do. It's a big to-do. For you, I guess you don't really care about passwords.
They're all the same.
I might or two, but I just want them to like transfer one to the next. I don't want to find every password every time it's time for me to go into it. Passwords
do not produce a happy wife. That's the moral to this story.
Right. So electronics do, passwords don't. There's just a lot of different and funny little things that we will be able to talk about during Happy Wife. And some of them might be unhappy wife times that made us happy. So that'll be something that I'm interested in and see unfold for you guys. And another thing is that, hey guys, on YouTube. So from now on, we will also be on YouTube. So check out our page because we are filming and talking at the same time. Whoop, and that's just going to be a thing. So
is this the emoji?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the hands.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
And then which brings us to, I'm so happy I said praise the Lord.
Me too. What a perfect segue to our third segment, which will be called God Honors Marriage.
Dun, dun, dun. No. It's not a bad thing.
The chimes?
Yes, the happy chimes. Because God honors marriage is not a doomsday.
It's not.
It's actually a celebration. Thank God he honors marriage.
Right. And that is something that just rang out so loudly as a message from our last marriage retreat. We are definitely grasping it and taking hold of it. And we're going to go into more detail about our marriage retreat in our next episode. We're going to do a marriage retreat recap. So I will save the origins of it, but you can still tell what the segment will be.
Yeah. Before, well, I want to celebrate. I think that our podcast is hitting these really high numbers, and we just wanted to thank everyone who got us to this place.
Yes.
And a lot of you guys are new people that we don't know, and a lot of you are people that we do know. But I mean, I couldn't imagine 10,000 people or subscribers or anything like that. So thank you so much for spreading the love and actually listening to us chat, because when we started, we definitely didn't think that, well, we knew but we had something good. I mean, but right. I didn't know. I mean, I like spending time with her regardless.
Yes.
I didn't understand how much you guys enjoy our dynamic. And so our audience has definitely been a reason to keep going. And this is entering our third year doing the podcast. So we just appreciate us, you guys, just kind of sticking with us in all of our little pivots and changes and watching us evolve and grow. We're definitely not the same people that started the podcast 2.5 years ago. We're
not at all.
So, enjoy the roller coaster ride. Just keep watching. I'm sure we're going to entertain.
What you have seen is wives evolving. And that's what happens. Yeah. It's so neat to reflect back. And that's something that we talk about a lot of times with marriage. The person that you're with is not a robot. They are a human. Ever growing, ever changing. And this podcast has absolutely been, y'all just need to check on our husbands because just looking at how much we've changed just in this short amount of time.
But how much they've changed too.
Oh my gosh, they really have.
I can't wait for the next one that we get to all do together because y'all are going to be like, this ain't nothing like that Chicago podcast y'all did with the husbands or where did we go? It was somewhere else. And we had them on the road trip to the marriage retreat. That was
have done, this is so long ago. That is crazy. So that's a good point though. So make sure that you remember to grow and evolve with your spouse because I'm telling you,
if we stayed the same, we would all be in trouble.
Yeah. And without the support of our spouses through this evolution, I just don't know if we would even be still doing it because they really support us staying up late and hanging out and asking questions.
Working. We're like, we gotta go to work. Like, y'all over there playing.
I just got off the phone with my husband because I said, we're going live in a minute. We gotta get off the phone. So, if you can think of anyone who is married